We are Platformville. I am Alexander, the production lead, and this is the team. I'll have everyone introduce themselves.
I'm Katie Powell. I'm the analytics lead.
I'm Aditya Volvi and I'm the art lead, the artist.
I'm Ankita.
Also the art.
No,
And I'm Isaac Steele. I'm the technical lead.
Okay, and our game is Platformville, and we'll get in there right now to show you through the game and how to play it. Alright, this is our game. We're running in the Facebook Canvas office server. We'll get into all the details of that later. For now, we'll just start. This is what after you log in, this is what the screen's going to look like. From here, you can either play or make. We'll start by playing. You get into a game here. So the premise of our game is it's a pretty basic 2D platformer where you play 2D levels, as you can see here when you pick one to play. Looks pretty standard. You play as the little stick man there, and you have to navigate your way through the level to grab the key, which is in the middle there, in between those two walls. And then after grabbing the key, you have to make it to the door without falling off or hitting one of those spike hazards. And as you go, you can pick up coins, which is the virtual currency for our game, which we'll also get into a little bit later, the details to how that works. So yeah, when you make it to the door, you win, and you'll get prompted to share something. We have it. Yes.
That's nice writing. Katie beat Eric.
Yeah, it says, and it'll tell you whose level they beat too, which is the other portion of our game that I'll segue into. Is the thing that's unique about Platformville is that the main portion of the game actually isn't playing the levels, it's making them for your friends.
You also,
well,
alright, go ahead. I don't want to steal your thunder.
Um,
Can I ask a question about this?
Yeah, go for
Everyone who is listed here are people who are registered to install the game.
Yep.
Yes, we'll get into it in more depth later, but for now, these are lists of Facebook users who have created their own levels, and that's the levels you get to select from.
How did you get all of them to play? Are they like, did you invite
Word of
them?
mouth. These are our friends and things like that through testing. But so when you from the main screen, you saw that we originally had a play and make button. So the make button, if you click that, you'll be able to navigate through to our level editor.
Do you want to
Whichever.
fully?
Whichever.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can either create a new level or edit your own level. We're going to go ahead and edit the one that Katie's already worked on. So this is what the level editor looks like. Pretty simple functionality right now. Drag and drop blocks and spikes. And there's a special key, door, and player start place for where you want to place those in the level. You can use as many blocks as you want, I believe. Spikes, that's where the coins come in, is more advanced items, such as spikes, which we only have right now, but we're probably want to implement some more advanced features there. As you put more in your level, you see your cost goes up, and then if you take them out, your cost goes down, and then when you publish the level, you'll be charged, and that's how that works. And so you can get creative here, and so people can make levels, edit their levels, and then use the coins that they earn playing other people's levels to make even better levels. So it's a social platformer in that way. And that's sort of how our game works, and we'll get into how we made it in the details right now.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it.
So, you have a system in here that will not allow the user to publish unless the person who makes it actually has to play it?
Correct. So we realized early on that one loophole could be that people could make really dumb levels and publish them that were impossible or pointless, and we don't want to have that. You know, there shouldn't be any levels that are completely impossible to beat. So we have a safety where when you create your level, you have to play through it first. So when you get it all to where you want, we'll show you right here. Katie can hit save and play, and then as soon as she beats the level, then you'll be prompted to be able to publish it. So you have to be able to beat it, proving that it's a beatable level.
That's great. I love it.
So now you could publish it, or if you don't want to publish it, you can go work on it more. We'll publish it for now, and that will be saved to our database system. which Isaac will go into later, and be able to play from anywhere else.
Or did that just go to all your friends' walls? Is that how it works?
No, I believe that goes on your own
Yeah.
wall. Yeah.
Oh.
We have.
Do they still have a way that you can blast this out to your friends?
Yeah, we have an invite function too on the title
It
screen.
used to be you could blast it out to everybody's wall. I can't even do that anymore.
Yeah,
I think
Facebook removed
yeah,
that.
Facebook removed that after Platformville, I think. But yeah, we have an invite feature, so you can send notifications and get other people playing your game by clicking that on the title screen.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll move into how we develop the gameplay here and get into the details a little bit
One
more.
more thing I think that the way it's presented, it's really elegant that you have so many coins in this demo that you could buy all the stuff you have on the
Right.
screen. But are you going to explain that in the presentation?
Yeah.
I can show that really quick.
'Cause I think this is one of the really elegant design choices that you made. I mean, how
Was
you deal
showing the
with,
coins.
well, you encourage the person to make this amazing level, but once they have it the way they want it, they have to have enough coins to pay for it.
Oh right, can we show that?
So that's
Yes, I'm
that's
Yeah.
a really nice.
Okay.
Some of the power of being an admin
Is that you can
is
say
that you can take
how many
away
coins you
people's
want?
coins. Just gonna say that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so now if we refresh, you should only have 50 coins or whatever you typed in.
Yep. But I mean, that's just a really elegant thing. So you.
Yeah, so here what you're talking about is so if you make a new level, someone comes in, they make the level how they want, put everything in there.
Can you put coins in the level?
No, so I'm Keith to design the coin system, and she'll get into how it works more later. But essentially, the way it works is it randomly generates them in your level every
once somebody
playthrough
else plays.
differently. Once someone else plays.
But wait a minute. You're going to talk about coins later.
Yeah,
I don't wanna
yeah.
Can you drag that one that's spinning there on?
No, it's just showing you that it costs 10 coins. It's not perfectly lined up right now. So yeah, see right here. So right now, as you see, when your cost exceeds the amount of coins that you have, it turns red. And then if you beat the level there and you try to publish it, it's going to say you don't have enough coins for that level, and it'll show you the buy coins right there, where we don't have the functionality quite yet, so it's not going to work. But that would bring you to this buy coin store, and this is what it's going to look like. This is just a sprite right now, since the functionality is not there. But microtransactions is one of the top things on our backlog.
And if you do take some of the pieces off, actually. If you don't exceed, then it will let you publish.
Yes.
Right. How hard is it just that you prioritize other stuff above the microtransaction?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly Facebook integration.
Yep. All right, Katie, you want to get started?
Because I'll tell you, if you send this around, people will play it, but if they can't buy it, they're going to get really frustrated.
Right.
I would actually fix that.
Ideally, there's a lot more we'd like to add before it's production level, but.
So a little bit of how we developed this. We knew from the get-go that we weren't going to just be using a high scores table, that we wanted to save a little bit more about players, that being the entire level. So we decided to go with Construct 2, which is a game development software. It's free, although about halfway through production we decided to upgrade so we could do more with the system. And it ended up being really good for our scope, that we were able to get everything done and not have to worry about gameplay programming in addition to setting up the entire database, setting up the server, setting up Facebook, stuff like that. So a little bit of how we did platforming in the level editor. For platforming, Construct 2 makes it really easy. You can assign objects attributes such as this is going to be a platform element and this is going to be the player, and if you do that, the player will automatically step on the platform and not fall through it. And then you can do additional stuff like program it in so that when he hits the spikes, he dies, or when he picks up the key, he can go through the door. And then the level editor, we went through it a lot before. Actually, when you hit save and play, what the game does is it polls at every location. If you'll see on the big screen, there's a lot of little gray squares, and the game will poll at each location and says, is there something here or not? It then throws that information into an array, which it reads out in the playing your game portion. And if you hit publish, it saves it as a JSON object type in the database, so it can be pulled off and read later when your friends want to play your game.
Okay.
Basically we already spoke about the purpose of the coins. It's basically to get everyone to play and get more coins by playing other people's levels and using those coins to make better levels yourself. So I designed the coin system such that it would be random, and if there are more number of platforming elements in a level, the more number of coins get generated. So when you're in the level editor and you're making your own level, at that point you don't see any coins. You just you make the level and it gets saved in the database. And after that, like when another user comes in or when you yourself want to play that level, it picks it up from the database, and based on the number of platforming elements, I just generate a random position for the coins and a random probability that's picked, so that the coins are just placed there. And
But then when you do that, that means the coins, once you hit publish or something, the coins just appear based on that algorithm?
right, when you
No.
click play in
Play,
the
okay.
when you click play in the level browser when you want to play someone's level, that's when they get generated.
So it'll be different every playthrough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they're not
okay.
saved in the database and they're
Alright.
always random.
So you can't, it's possible that they'll be placed in places that are impossible to get.
Yes.
Correct. That is right now.
And
Nice.
the reason
And
for
the
that,
reason for that is that if you want to, right now we're dying. I mean, if you jump through the level and you want to collect a coin and die, you respawn basically, and you can still, the rest of the coins are still available. So if you want to die any number of times just to collect coins, that's fine. So the reason why we did that was so that you could just collect as many coins as you like from this.
Okay.
but also coin farming. The reason that we wanted it to be random instead of the users place their own coins in is we didn't want it to be a coin forming scenario where somebody made a really simple level with a whole lot of coins in it
Okay.
And you can
said,
just play it over here.
Alright, so if you die, if you wanted to collect all the coins, you could choose to die a bunch of times. How does if you die so many times, do you fail or no?
No, you can play it as much as you want, but it's not going to respawn coins every time. You'd have to exit and come back. But the coins are a secondary objective, so it doesn't matter that you don't need to collect all of them. We're still working on ways to increase functionality there and make it more fun and make sure that the system works where people can't break it, but it's still a fun and rewarding experience.
Right. I mean, it's elegant. There's a bunch of very clever, elegant elements to this. I mean, my critique would be more on the presentation, like communicating these ideas, but I think it's getting out of scope here because all of the systems are really nice and just simple but clever.
Alright, so as far as Facebook integration goes, with this class, one of the requirements was, as it's a free-to-play game class with a heavy social aspect, is to have some sort of social tie-in, and so we chose Facebook as our platform for that. And so we had to learn the Facebook API and how to get that integrated and everything, and the best way to have wall posting and notification functionality within the game and have it run within the Facebook canvas. Luckily for us, Construct 2 does come with some Facebook functionality built in, which is really good, and it made it really easy to have some wall posting functionality, but we ran into a problem in that you can't pull anything where you want to pull the user's data or anything like that. You need to interact with the Facebook API itself, which took a little bit outside of Construct 2, which Katie took over.
so Construct 2, it doesn't allow you to talk with Facebook and say, hey, I want the user's profile picture, or hey, I want a list of this person's friends so they can send notifications to all of their friends. So what we did for this We had an idea to embed our HTML5 file and a PHP file, but we ended up using a plugin for Construct 2 in which you can call a JavaScript function from within Construct 2. And so we started making JavaScript functions such as notify your friends, such as get profile pictures, things like that. And we use JavaScript in conjunction with Construct 2, which we already had, to make the game a better social experience overall.
This is the first pass that we had for our database because we knew that the high score system wasn't enough, so we originally wanted users to have multiple levels, and thus we had to have a multi-tiered database. But as we started working on the game, we realized that we should just focus on the core aspects. So it basically reduced our game to one table which contains the user, the coins that they have, and the one level that they have to their name. And so we made the database in MySQL, and we used PHP scripts to communicate with it. So Construct 2 has an Ajax plugin that can call a PHP script and then can even read from the PHP script whatever results that it produces. And using these scripts, we were able to change the database, update the database, have new users into it, or even pull user data from it.
So some of the elements that we used PHP to retrieve information from the database were the entire level browser, in which we need to fetch the information of the Facebook user, his name, and the level array, so that we can display it when they click play. And also, when you load a particular when you load the for the edit level, when you load the level array again, you'd require to query the database from using PHP. For all those elements, we